Well, here we are then, ready to go for a start. It is the Gran Turismo World Series, round 3 of the Nations Cup, coming to you from Deep Forest Raceway. Jose Serrano, Ryota Kokubun are your top two. They will lead the field across the timing line as we go green and go racing for the Nations Cup and head over the crest and down towards that first corner. Of course, that rolling start spreading the field out. There'll be no dive bombs in towards that first turn, but it'll be all about getting a good run through the first sector, through the S-bends, and then trying to capitalise on that long back straight on the run from turn 10 to turn 14. But crucially, no mistakes coming from Jose Serrano, the leader, through the first couple of corners. Well, I'm just going to say, actually, Adriano Carrazza is making some progress in this race, as is Igor Fraga and likewise Baptiste Beauvoir, all at the expense of Lucas Pinelli, who's dropped down. Here comes Valerio Gallo going for that lunge on the inside of Kanata Kawakami. Into the first corner he goes. There's a bit of contact there with Kokubun as well to boot, but Gallo getting really aggressive, and Kylian Drumont ready to try and join in the action as well as they come over the crest into those S-bends now. It's very much one at a time through here. You can try and go 2x2, but it's a one-way ticket into the barrier. So I wonder what the strategy is going to be here for Kylian Drumont, because I think he's going to start getting a little bit impatient. And the thing is, all the while they're starting squabbling, look at Jose Serrano. He's just building up that gap. It's only a couple of tenths of a second bigger than it was last time around, but a couple of tenths of a second is a couple of tenths of a second. Some good battles taking place further down as well. Yamanaka's not too far adrift of Angel Enestrosa for P6, and likewise Baptiste Beauvoir trying to continue his forward progress. Here's Gallo then side by side with Kokubun into the first corner. Gallo up into P2.
Yeah, we just missed that then. Kokubun actually had a go at Serrano for the lead, but there was some sort of contact. Kokubun had to just pull out of it, and now he's down to third place, slowed him right down there, that attempt at the lead. So it shows you have to really pick your battles here in this R31.
As Serrano goes late on the brakes, can he manage to get the apex on the inside of the corner? There's a bit of colder contact there with Kokubun as well.
Yeah, just a little bit there. Nothing to really trouble the stewards, just racing contact. And now, will Gallo have a go here? Will Gallo have a stab at Serrano? He takes a bit of a wider line into the last corner to get a better run, more speed. He's now side by side, but behind them Kokubun is quicker than both. It's now going to be 3 wide going down towards T1. Kokubun on the outside. Who's to come out of this to lead? Anyone's game. Serrano there holds the inside line. Kokubun tries to run it all the way around, and Gallo, I think, is going to lose that. No, Kokubun does. Onto the grass there, just a little bit too wide, and here comes Kylian Drumont now on Kokubun.
You could see that happening there, couldn't you, with Kokubun just a bit too much spin to the corner. Drumont's trying to go around the outside through the S-bends and does go through. So Kokubun, from challenging for the race lead, now relegated down into fourth, possibly coming under threat from Kanata Kawakami here too, as they come through into the tunnel section.
Again, we have Gallo versus Serrano down towards T1. Drumont now, who's just been waiting up into third place. Maybe we'll be able to nab another position here if they fight a little bit too aggressively up ahead. Gallo does pull back onto the line there, but has to settle in, go back behind Serrano. And of course, all this fighting, all this squabbling between Serrano and Gallo has meant that Kylian Drumont, who was a couple of laps ago, a few seconds off the lead, is now just sitting here behind, basically just waiting for his chance to have a go.
Goes defensive, side by side we run for the race lead. Gallo on the outside, Serrano on the inside. Drumont just keeping a watching brief on things. Who's going to break latest between the top two? Serrano's got the inside line, he's got track positions pushed to the outside. Here's a gap presenting itself for Drumont, who's now on the inside of Valerio Gallo. Gallo shuffled out onto the curb. Drumont then runs side by side with the reigning champion as they come through the left, through the right. He's just about got the overspeed as Gallo goes back into second place, but here comes Drumont with the slipstream once again, but he's being towed along in turn by Jose Serrano. Kokubun and Kawakami also involved in the mix there as well, so this is a 5-way scrap for the race lead as we come down towards the first corner. Here comes Jose Serrano on the inside of Gallo. Drumont through on the inside as well. Gallo's going to get shuffled out wide here. Is they going to allow an opportunity for Drumont to elevate himself up into second? No, not quite. Somehow they all managed to emerge from that corner in the same order they went in, and as they come down the start-finish straight, it's anybody's guess as to how this is going to work out in towards the first corner. Drumont pulls out of the slipstream. Kokubun's on his inside. Gallo's now on his inside as Drumont tries to go in late around the brakes. Tries to go around the outside of Serrano there for good measure as well. He holds the move around the outside there, does Drumont, but he's going to have to surely get out of the throttle here, or is he? Because he's going to have the inside line for the next corner. Still side by side. Gallo could possibly lose out here as well as Kokubun gets ready to join the party too, and somehow Drumont does get himself up into second.
And we have this absolutely amazing train of cars, and now weaving from side to side, trying to break the toe. Drumont's going to try going outside again. Gallo is going to go through the centre of both of them, or attempt to anyway. He's squeezed in the middle. Drumont gets biffed there from Gallo, goes wide, just about keeps it on the track. And the only position change there was between Gallo and Drumont. These guys there is no loss between any of them, any part of the circuit, any gap. They're going for it. Gallo's going to try the outside. This hasn't worked for him in the past, He's going to try the switch back here. Oh, big contact. Kawakami fancies a massive move there. Hits Kokuben into Drummond, and now the top two have a little bit of a gap, but in the background the four of them are pretty much all side by side.
This is incredible stuff here, and the big beneficiary in that was Angelo Nostroza, who's elevated himself up into third place there. That was just really, really greedy from Kanata Kawakami, who's now being set to lose out. We're side by side for the race lead here. Gallo versus Serrano down towards the first corner. Serrano on the inside with track position. Here comes Nostroza with Drummond, Kawakami and Kokuben side by side in the background there as well. There's action wherever you look in this race, and the upshot is that as they come out of the corners, Nostroza into fourth place and Kokuben gets the better of his countryman into P5. So down the back straight we go then. It's Gallo trying to attack on Jose Serrano for the race lead. Keep an eye out for Nostroza. Kokuben there in fourth, Drummond in fifth. It's Gallo versus Serrano for the race lead as we come down in towards the braking zone. Nostroza's going to try and get involved in the action as well. Serrano jinks to the inside, goes for that defensive line. Here's Drummond on the inside as he tries to go back into fourth place with Kokuben there as they run down to the line. I think Serrano might just have this one sewn up unless Gallo can get involved in the slipstream, but Nostroza's right on his rear spoiler, and it is going to be a win for Jose Serrano in the Nations Cup for round 3. But who's going to get second? Gallo takes it on the line ahead of Nostroza. Drummond in fourth, Kokuben in fifth, and Kawakami comes home P6. What a round 3!